Oh, it's bad. I do mortgage loans, but I'm working from home today, and as if I don't get enough drama, I thought I'd take it to Reddit and see what people are saying. I always see the Am I the A-hole videos and confessions and thought, how fun. Sorry, I got off of work and then here they are. I'm just a normal girl. But I always see the drama and think how funny it is. But let's do a home edition or something to the extent. And I come across the bad neighbors subreddit. So let's just jump right into it. Or bad roommates. So I thought, let's go into the bad roommates subreddit. So my roommate doesn't take care of their cats. Okay. She left his potty pad out that only lasts a month for 2 months or more. I didn't even know that cats had potty pads. I don't have a cat currently, but I did before, and it was a litter box, so maybe I'm out of the game. I don't know. It smelled god-awful, and he licks himself bald. And he's tearing up our carpet. And she just told me we're gonna have to pay for the damages. Sweetheart, who is we? That is not our cat, that is your cat. You are responsible for him. She's gone for days and she just expects me to take care of him. This is unsanitary and disgusting. I threw up after taking this picture. I'll see if I can insert this picture. Honestly, oh, it's bad. That is so sad. Number one, if you can't take care of an animal, cat or dog or whatever, why do you have it? If you're never gonna be home or you don't have the means. I actually had a roommate once and she got a dog. And then at the point when we were moving out, I was already basically living at someone else's house. And when we came back to clean, when I tell you there was splattering everywhere around the cage. This poor dog must have been just left to his own devices. Unfortunately, it made me so sad when we went back to clean it up. But I'm gonna say that's a tough one. Honestly, having roommates in itself is tough. And so what do you do when they're not taking care of their animal? Like, how do you make someone understand that that's not right? Okay, let's see what people are saying. Feel deeply sorry for the poor cats. Exactly. I genuinely cannot understand this. Why do people like this have animals? Exactly. I have 4 cats, 3 boxes, and not one of them has ever looked like this remotely. Literally, just clean it daily. Is it time consuming? Yes. Expensive? Yes. Very. Can they clean up for themselves? No. Do they ask to live with me? No. Exactly. It is animal abuse. So, agree. It's not even time consuming. I mean, really, if you're like doing the thing and just getting it out, it's whatever. So yeah, that's definitely a nightmare. That's something that you're like, do you make an agreement beforehand on that? Like, hey, no animals. Okay, here is one. It says, I'm uncomfortable living with my roommate, and right now my roommate is being whiny. Just kidding. She's the owner of this home, so I just have to deal with it. Okay, this might be a long post, but honestly, I just need to ramble because I'm not comfortable in my living space. Oh my God, it is a long post. People need a therapy session is what they need. Okay, I can't read this. Okay, this one sounds like it's gonna be a good one. So it says, roommate expects me to cover her sister's bills. What do you think? Okay, this is also a text thread. It says, okay, hi, I'm fine splitting this last Wi-Fi bill between us, but once the payment period is over, I'm gonna shut the Wi-Fi off. No! Or just change the password and we'll be paying 1/3 of the bills, like electric and gas, to my mom. What? Huh? And this is the person who replies, my little sister is a college student with no job. She's not paying no bills. The Wi-Fi is literally our bill. So what are you talking about? Every bill is our responsibility. Okay, they spelled some stuff wrong, sorry. And then they reply, she lives here and is using the Wi-Fi, so why would I pay that portion? No, because it was the same when blank was here. He was just using the Wi-Fi, electric, gas, and was paying. And then they say, I'm just letting you know. I already let my mom know I'm sending her a third of the bills, same as this month's rent. Okay, so it sounds like maybe the mom is the landlord, but so this is so crazy. I'm actually deed. She calls me up 2 months ago saying her sister was getting evicted and that she'd be staying with us for a while. I highly doubt she's ever leaving, and that she would be covering her sister's portion of the bills. Now she wants to switch up and say this. Girl, I don't care what you're talking about. I'm not dishing out an extra $300 plus a month for someone that I barely know. That's your sister, not mine. Bye. Okay, so it sounds like she's been there for 2 months, and at that point, yeah, you're a roommate now, and so everything's split 3 ways. Unless, like, it's your sister. Are you covering for her? Okay, so what does Reddit say? She likely got evicted because she doesn't pay her bills. True, I don't know why I just glossed over the evicted part. Do not be surprised when she doesn't pay her bill. Turn off the internet, but stop handling the bills. Pay your third of the plan out of the way situation. If your mom owns the home, she needs to step in. Yeah, I mean, she is the landlord, so like who's here that's not on the lease kind of a deal. Yeah, that's crazy. What else are people saying? That thread goes on forever. Your roommate's logic is college is expensive enough already, so other people should pay for her other expenses. Hello, what would you like to drink today? I'm in college. Where's my free dessert? Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know anyone who lets the college kid ride for free. And so this is the parents. It's like, hey, stay at home. So like, why would you expect that? Yeah, that one's kind of, I feel like a no-brainer. They need to pay. Okay, this one's a warning and it's gross. So I'm going to read it, but we'll see if I'm going to post it. Okay, warning. Hearing my housemate literally someone. Okay. Housemate has loud sexuals all the time. Sometimes plays music loud too. Always does it while everyone is trying to sleep. Last night they had from 8 to 9:30. Turned off the music and I thought they went to bed. I come out at 10 or 11 and they don't have any background noise and all I can hear is her moaning at him literally with sloshing sounds. I wanted to vomit. I find it extremely disrespectful to everyone in the house that has to hear that, and it seems like they're having zero self-respect. This is a regular occurrence. 4 nights ago, he was having phone with a different girl. This person's getting busy. Wow. Okay. Different girl and had it on speaker at midnight. Do they not have their own rooms? What's going on here? Again, everyone is trying to sleep. I get up to go to the toilet and I can hear moaning and sloshing sounds. Oh my gosh, it's so loud I can hear it from the other side of the house. Again, I think this is extremely disrespectful to everyone in the house, but he's also disrespecting the girl, true, by having her on speaker. Yeah, that would suck. Like if you thought it was a private conversation other people heard. I do not consent to being a part of this and having to hear it. Am I wrong for feeling like this? It just gets worse every time. I understand that that happens in a house that's being shared, but blah, 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 blah. Okay, so let's see what, number one, like, gosh, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that anymore. But number two, like, do you just speak up and say something? I think so. I think it's like somebody just has to say it, right? Phones on speaker is crazy. LMAO. Yeah, that's crazy. People need to understand they should quietly slosh. Oh my God. Okay, this is getting X-rated. Okay, you're better than me. I'd be blasting noises. Find a video of a crying baby and play it loudly at their door. That's a good contraceptive. I would say so. Yeah, for sure, for sure. If you've talked, so this is a good sign. If you talked about it and he refuses to be more considerate, I would say time to cook some mac and cheese. Okay. Call his mom, they say. Interesting. I'd be pretty upset, yes. Okay, I got one here. It is, would I be the a-hole if I asked someone who I thought was my friend to move out? It's tough living with people, especially friends. You want to learn how to lose a friend real quick, live with them. Okay, my friend, 24 female, let's call her Nancy, has been living with me, 30 female, for almost 3 weeks now. Before that, she stayed with me for 2 months, during which she only contributed to groceries. I didn't mind it at the time because I wanted to give her space to figure things out. Okay. How she moved in. Nancy was dating my neighbor. When they had issues, I once let her crash in my guest room. They broke up over holidays and she stayed in her hometown. Afterwards, she called me saying she missed job opportunities in the city because she had nowhere to stay. I offered her a place so she could attend an interview, but she arrived even though the interview had already fallen through. I helped her with CV and expected her to be job hunting. I don't know what CV is, but her energy was more focused on getting back with her ex. Oh, I see what we're doing here. She can be close. Okay. Eventually they got back together, but she didn't move in with him. She became the girl next door instead. All right. She went home recently to visit family and friends, but left her things at my place. Girl, she lives with you now. It's too late. She's squatting. Squatter's rights. She told me she wouldn't stay with me anymore since she couldn't afford to contribute groceries, and I would stay with her. Oh, and would stay with her boyfriend when in town. I kept checking in to get my stuff back. She had some of my makeup. That makeup's gone, girl. And she eventually said she'd come by midweek. When she did, she hadn't been to see her boyfriend. Unsurprisingly, they broke up again. I let her stay anyway since she'd be in and out. Now she's seeing a guy who offered to help her get a job. This girl needs to get her own job. He's the same guy who previously hit on me, ghosted me, and tried to come back. I warned her, but she kept seeing him. He flaked out on their date, and there's still no sign of the job. This is a small circle. I wonder where they live. I gave her a 2-week grace period, but encouraged her to keep applying elsewhere. I've supported her emotionally, professionally, but now I feel like it's time she moves out. Why I think she should. You don't need a list. If she needs to leave, she needs to leave. Just leave. Okay, but she made up a list. Okay. I met up with, number one, I met up with her and her friends. They were going to a second spot. I was headed home. I asked her to wait 5 minutes so I could settle my bill, and she didn't. I ended up walking home alone. Now we're just really looking for excuses. You don't want her there, tell her to get out. Number two, in exchange for staying, all she has to do is walk my dog twice a day and do the dishes, and I would cook and handle everything else. Last Thursday, she walked the dog in the morning and left to visit a friend. So she can't even do that, basically. Basically, she can't even do that. What I have to say about this is if you're tired of living with a roommate and you want to know what next steps you should take, what does the budget look like for you, what kind of down payment, if there's any down payment, if there's down payment assistance available, are you closer than you think to buying a house and not having to have a roommate, or at least getting to pick them because you're the landlord? Let me know. Drop me a comments. My links are in the bio. That way you can schedule some time to talk with me. And if this is you, if you're dealing with nightmare roommates, let's fix that problem. Yeah, let's just nix it, right?